Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today in this video, we will be upgrading and modding the new 2022 Royal Kludge RK61, and everything in this video is actually sent over by Banggood. So a huge thank you to Banggood for sending this stuff over. If you're interested in anything used in this video, do check out the links in the description below. Again, thank you Banggood for sending these items over. Now let's take a look at the RK61 and mod it. First thing we have to do, of course, is take it out of the box and dismantle the RK61. Now with the keycaps and switches removed, we can move on to dismantling the keyboard. So I just dismantled everything and it looks pretty good inside. This being the 2022 version of the Royal Kludge RK61, we actually see that there is some foam included inside the case, and there's some plate foam again included in between the foam and the PCB. So that's pretty nice to see that this will help a lot with sound dampening. And I would like to show you guys the stabilizers right here. So these are the new steps included in this 2022 version. As you guys can see, it's much better than the previous version. It fits way better and it looks really nice. Actually, it looks like some cherry clones. And on the back, we can see that the feet are actually not clipped, but they do come factory loop. So I think I'll be taking them out and just clipping all of the feet of the steps. And this is really nice. They also include some foam at the spacebar to dampen that as well. And this is a closer look at the PCB itself. We can see it is 5-pin hot swap with north facing RGB LEDs. Looks pretty normal in front, and on the back we can get a closer look at the sockets themselves. As you guys can see, it looks pretty good because they are all Cal hot swap sockets, and that is really nice to see them included on a Royal Kludge keyboard. So this keyboard does seem to be very user-friendly and easy to mod. It does come with already foam inside the keyboard, and that's really good. So all I'll be doing is just adding some tempest tape mod into this PCB, and then I'll be clipping the stabilizers that are already included and changing out the switches and keycaps. So let's get the mod started. So I started out by clipping all of the stabilizers. As I said before, these stabilizers did come pre-loop, so I didn't want to deal with the hassle of taking them out and then messing with them with all of that loop. So I just clipped all of the stabilizers while they were installed on the plate. All I had to do is just push on them really hard until they popped out, and you use something to clip off all of the legs. It's actually pretty easy, and I think you guys should try it out as well. It's much more hassle-free than taking them out and clipping them one by one. All you have to do is just make sure that they are flat and they should be good to go. And with everything clipped, we can now assemble the plate and the PCB, and then we can put on some tape for the tempest tape mod at the back of the PCB. So when doing the tempest tape mod, make sure to use 3 to 4 layers of tape to get the best sound out of your keyboard. And of course, make sure to cut out all of the standoff and the holes for all of the buttons. One way you can do it is just by layering it on top and slowly cutting it out, or you can use the included foam like the one I have here to just draw out the stencils and cut it out. It's much more easier. And of course, after that, we can actually reassemble the keyboard and screw everything back into place. So everything is reassembled and I turned it on and it appears to be working just fine. So all of the mods are very good. Now we can move on to the switches. So for the switches of this build, I'll be using some Feker Smokey linear switches. And as the name suggests, it is a linear switch and it has an actuation force at around 60 grams and it bottoms out at around 80 grams. So these switches are looped from the factory and I think that is pretty good, and this is a closer look at it. So in the back we can see that it is 3-pin hot swap and you can actually see a cutout for the LED at the back. Overall it feels pretty solid and smooth to me. Now let's put it into the keyboard. This is what the keyboard looks like with the Feker switches installed. They do look pretty interesting. I think that these switches actually fit the Olivia keycaps really nicely, but so far it's looking good. And the RGB is a little bit muted from this like translucent black, but it's overall looking pretty good on this keyboard. As for the keycaps of this build, I'll be using some ABS Hammerhead dark keycaps right here. These are actually made by Aifei, and I believe that they are actually clones of the GMK Hammerhead keycap set. So the set I have right here comes with 173 keys, so that's actually a lot of keycaps, and this will fit most of the layouts out there. And the version I have right here is of course the dark version, and it is double shot ABS, so it's not PPT, it's ABS, and it will shine after I would say 3 to 4 months of heavy use, but it's pretty good. Coming out of the box, it looks really sharp and really nice, and the thickness is also quite thick. I overall really like the color scheme of these keycaps, and I think it will fit the black Royal Kludge 61 really nicely. Let's put it onto the keyboard. This is what it looks like with all of the keycaps installed on it. I think it looks awesome with this color scheme. I really like it. And now let's move on to the typing sound test to see if our mods did anything to change the sound of this keyboard. So from the typing sound test, you can actually hear that this keyboard sounds quite nice, and I'm quite happy with our mods that we've done on it. But I would say that the stock keyboard, especially the new 2022 Royal Kludge 61, comes with a lot of foam and mods inside already, and I think it's really good stock. All you have to do is just mod the stabilizers a little bit and it would sound great in my opinion. So yeah, that was it for this upgrading and modding video of this Royal Kludge RK61. Honestly, I had a great time upgrading it and modding it, and it turned out great, especially with these keycaps and switches. I think that they look and sound awesome. So I want to say a huge thank you for actually Banggood for sending over everything in this video. They've been supporting my channel for quite some time now, and I want to say a great thank you to them. So do check them out, links will be down in the description below, as well as everything used in this video. So leave a like on this video if you liked it, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have even more content like this coming very soon, and if you want, you can check out other content on my channel as well. And as always, thanks for watching. Goodbye guys.